Hello, welcome back. Are you ready for your full body workout? I am. Today's program is 5 exercises, 50 seconds each, and then a 50-second break, and then we repeat it 2 more times. The exercises are squats, then push-ups, if you need to, do them from your knees, which I will be doing, lunges, ab bicycles, and Supermans. Now, I'm going to share with you through every exercise some modifications. If the modifications don't work for you, don't worry about it. Just send me a quick message or a comment or send us an email, and I will respond to you with an alternate exercise you can do so that you are still able to work all 5 exercises. Are you ready? Set your watch, because your watch, if it doesn't count, if your watch doesn't count it, that's my little go-to. I'm setting my timer. We're gonna get started in 10 seconds. And again, the first exercise is squats, and I'm gonna give you a couple of things to think about when you're doing your squats to make sure you're keeping your body in proper alignment. All right, feet about shoulder width apart. I like to put my arms out because it gives me a little bit of balance and it allows me to stick that booty back a little bit further and not fall over. All right, knees. You want to keep your knees protected. So you're going to just put your knees angled out, okay? Your knees are going to go outside so they're not in front of your toe, they're not pushed out in front of your toes, and they're certainly not caving in. When you cave in, you're putting way too much pressure on the insides of your knees. That's what weakens them and what causes a lot of people like meniscus problems. So you don't want that. So make sure your knees are staying in line with your toes or actually being aligned outside your toes just a little bit. All right, we're gonna do 50 seconds. 3, 2, 1, push-ups on the floor. If you can, do a full push-up where your feet are out and you're working from your toes. If that is too much, you're gonna drop down to your knees. If you can't do this, no worries, do them from the counter or from a wall. You're gonna work up to all of these exercises if you can't start off here, because you just wanna make sure you're moving. Moving is key. If you wanna move, guess what? You have to move. All right, you're gonna keep going through this. Heart rate's already going up. You want your arms, your elbows to go back at like a 45-degree angle. All right, that 50 seconds is done. All right, we're gonna do lunges. Step forward, again, watch that knee. Make sure it stays wide, go outside of your big toe. You don't wanna cave your knee inward. That's where you get pressure on the knees, and that's bad. Keep the knee out. All right, we're just gonna do an alternating lunge. Step out, push up. Step out, push up. If you have balance issues, hold on to a counter or a wall if you need to, okay? You always want to just make sure your legs are doing the work. You also don't want to push up with your arms, okay? All the muscles in the legs is what you want to be working here. All right, next exercise is ab bicycles. If you can't do ab bicycles, which is this, and you want to make sure you are curling up every single time. But if you cannot do this, no worries. Just do a regular crunch. All right, and you want to make sure that you are breathing. Breathing is key. Oh, and something I didn't say. Every day when you wake up, first thing you want to do is drink 16 ounces of water. Your body's gone over 8 hours or about 8 hours without any hydration. You want to wake up and start replenishing those cells with fluid. 3, 2, 1, last exercise. Flip on over to your belly. And you're gonna do Supermans. Raising arm and legs off the ground like you are flying like Superman. If you cannot do this, an alternate is called bird dog. Up on all fours, and you're gonna reach out. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. But if you can, do Superman. This is great for the entire back of the body, also referred to as the posterior chain. It works arms, shoulders, upper back, lower back, buns, hamstrings, the whole body, and rest. And look at that. We're already a third of the way through. All right, we're gonna do that same thing 2 more times. Grab some water. All right, slow down your heart rate. And remember, you do not need to keep up with me. You do these at your own pace. If I'm going too fast for you, slow down. Just do what works for you. If I'm not going fast enough because you're hardcore, go a little bit faster, but you want to make sure you're maintaining your form. Okay, 10 more seconds. We're going to go back to our first exercise, which is squats. We're going to do the same thing 2 more times. And 3, 2, 1, and squat. Watch those knees. And squeeze your buns at the top. Also hold that core in. That will help you with balance. And if you are always holding your core in, you're gonna have some defined ab muscles before you know it. And I'm talking when you're walking around, when you're sitting in your chair. You don't wanna just be flopped out and lazy like that. You wanna hold those abs in. Holding your core in helps your lower back. It helps make a strong total midsection. We all do it. We just forget that our abs are there and just kind of lounge around with them. But you want to hold the ab muscles in, hold the core in at all times. All right, on the floor, we're gonna do 50 seconds of push-ups. Do them from your toes. If you are good and strong and can do that. Again, remember, you can go off of a counter, which I can even show you. You can go from a counter if this is all you can do. All right, you're still getting that upper body worked. And if you can't do that, you can do it from a wall as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the floor though. Do whatever works for you inside your camper. And you can always go outside your camper as well. Bring a mat. Did I tell you that's another great thing about this workout? All right, up to lunges. You don't need any equipment except on arm day. On arm day, we're actually gonna use cans, but you don't have to. But I'm gonna show you that when we get to our upper body arm day. Remember, watch those knees. Lean the knees to the outside. You don't want them to go inside your big toe. Keep them to the outside. All right, remember to breathe. I love this program because it's 15 minutes. You are doing your body good. And I don't care how busy you are. We can all find 15 minutes in a day, right? 3, 2, 1, back on the floor. My cameraman's telling me no, I can't find 15 minutes, but let's be honest, yeah, you can. Now, with ab bicycles, some people go just back and forth like this. That's okay. What you want to do is curl up every time, so that way you're getting full core activity. After this, we go to Superman's or Bird Dog, whichever one works for you. All right, this is our second round and our second to last exercise. So we are going to flip over in just a few minutes and round 2 will be done. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, flip over. And Superman. Remember, you can do Bird Dog as well. All right, almost 2/3 of the way through. And then you get a break. And we get to repeat it one more time. And then we're done. How you feeling? You breathe in heavy? You feeling that entire posterior chain being worked? I hope so. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, catch that breath. Oh, look at Coach Domino. He's getting his ab workout as well. And by ab workout, I mean he's getting his abs rubbed. All right, remember, hydration, so very important. Hopefully you will stick with me through this entire, ultimately 20 workout or 28-day program. It's 4 weeks, 5 workouts a week, gets you in amazing shape. And this isn't just about aesthetic or vanity. This is about health and wellness. If you want to move in your life, you've got to move. You don't just get there by accident. All right, it's time to do squats. Are you ready? Last round, give this one everything you got. I was talking too much during the break and I didn't catch my breath. Remember holding those abs. Watch those knees. Squeeze the butt at the top. Whoo! Hopefully you're enjoying these rockin' tunes so we can just pay attention, move to the music. All right, just focus on the lyrics, the sounds. Get away from what's going on in your head. Great little distraction. After this, we're gonna go to push-ups. 3, 2, 1, on the floor. Last time. Elbows at a 45-degree angle. Can you make it through the whole 50 seconds on the 3rd round? Just remember to breathe. Try and tap your chest down to the ground if you can. If you can't, just go down as far as you can. You'll get there over time. After this, we go to lunges. Remember last time doing push-ups? You got this. Come on, Coach Domino. Tell me how I'm doing. 3, 2, 1. Up, back on the feet. And lunges. Remember, watch those knees. Hold on to the abs. If you have to, hold on to a counter for balance. That's perfectly okay. You're not gonna hurt yourself by holding on to something. Don't let your ego get in the way. And if you don't need it, that's fine. Just go in the middle of the floor. Abs are held in tight. Push up. Also, you want to try not to tap your knee on the floor because then you're using the ground to stop your movement, not your muscles. So you want to use your muscles every time. All right, after this, ab bicycles. Are you ready? Let's go. Back to the floor. I try not to do too many up and downs. If you're on the floor, I try to keep you on the floor, but sometimes that's difficult to do leg exercises and core and upper body and full body, all from standing or sitting or laying on the floor positions. All right, my abs are feeling it, but I can muscle through it one last time. Keep going. You're on the home stretch. Last time doing ab bicycles. Breathe through it. All right, after this, we have one last exercise. 3, 2, 1, flip over. Superman's or bird dog. All right, slow down that breathing. Last exercise of the last round. All right, so close. Last round, last exercise. Just a few more reps. After this, we're gonna do a little stretch. And then we're done. Have some water. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now for a little stretch, because we have done some work on our back, what I want you to do is a little cobra. Just, feels so good on the back. Just a little stretch. Hold it for a few seconds. And then curl up and go into child's pose. Hold this for a few seconds. We've done some leg work today, so we're gonna stretch those next. Up on your feet. Hold on to anything that you can. I'm gonna hold on to my counter. Grab a foot. You wanna press that knee to the floor and tilt your hips a little bit forward. Okay, after this, drink plenty of water. Switch sides. Okay? You wanna drink plenty of water and have a good, healthy, high protein snack. A can full of nuts, some chicken, a protein shake, something with protein to help rebuild the muscles that we've broken down so we can build them up. And that's it. Congratulations, you finished your workout. And remember, my motto is tiny efforts equals total health. So keep on moving. Great job. We'll see you next time.